Nashvilleian, born and bred. It's Riley Clemmons. Hi, Riley.
Hi.
I just learned that you literally have been born and bred in Nashville.
Yeah.
It was just a natural thing for you to get into music, to Christian
I know.
music.
That's the joke. It's like, it was kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
But I love my city. I grew up around so much music.
Well, did you have people in your family pouring that into you too? Or was it just like, no, this is me, I'm doing this?
You know, it was both. So my dad's in medicine. He's in the medical world. So no. But he loves music. Can he carry a tune? Maybe. Maybe not. But he really does love music. My mom is very musical. So I grew up listening to her sing in church, and that was a huge part of my upbringing. And one of the reasons I fell in love with music and singing.
Yeah.
So that was the musical influence, and I'm very grateful for it.
You're natural at the music thing, but what I want to know is how natural is the being an artist thing and the schmoozing thing? Because the first time we met, I don't know, we hugged it out because I think last year we connected briefly. But the first time we met, you might not remember this, was I think in 2017, 2018 here. And you, I think, were just signed, and it was like a breakout group. We're at a round table, and you were like thrown in like to the wolves, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is a new artist. Okay, go. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and it's probably really terrifying. But how did that feel, and how has it felt since? Are you a natural? Are you loving this? Or is it a little bit out of your comfort zone to have to do this part of the job?
That's a great question. You know, it's both. I love being an artist. I love making music and releasing music. Some of the things that come along with the nature of being an artist are very unnatural. It's very, I don't think people were meant to be put on pedestals.
Like this even, like on the spot.
Yeah. You know, there are certain parts about it where I really do have to reality check myself and be like, hey, now, whoa, this is different, and check your ego at the door, because you know, that's always been the thing. And I have great parents, great influences that have been really intentional about that too. But yeah, I mean, it's very unnatural. It's a very unnatural thing. I'm grateful to get to do it. But yeah, there's a lot of impersonal checks and balances.
Yeah. Well, you talked about influences. How important and how valuable has it been to you to have other women in the industry around you?
Oh, that's great. It's been super important. And I will say it's something sitting in the radio seat, maybe y'all can relate to this. I'm speaking to the person behind the camera. By the way, when I say y'all, what's up? It's very easy in this industry to feel the need to constantly compete with other women.
Yep.
You know, you're told, you got to earn your spot, and there's this natural instinct as a person. I'm type A. I'm a competitive girl. Like I want to beat my brother in pickleball every time we play. I want to win. And so it's been a really beautiful thing as I've gotten older in the industry to be able to champion other women. It's been a huge part of what feels important to me, what feels important to my artistry, because really and this is not just an industry thing. This is a life thing. This is all jobs, all relational type things. As women,
why do we do this?
Let's not compete.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's create and make sure we feel confident and that there's space and room for everybody to thrive and be themselves and be a valuable part of whatever community you're in.
Yeah. Are there any women in the industry right now that they're like the first person you call when you have a question about music or the industry, or you're just struggling? Like give me some names.
Ellie Holcomb.
Oh, what a doll.
She has been such an industry big sister.
Yeah. To a lot of people, actually.
Yeah. She's great. She's somebody I love to write with and collaborate with, but I also just love to pick her brain and talk to her because she's done this and she's done it beautifully. Yes. So she's a main one for sure that I go to. I love her.
Yeah. So you could have probably, living in Nashville, being a music person, you probably could have kicked off your career earlier than how old were you when you started? 2017, I think it was. What?
17, 18?
Yeah. You obviously were working a lot before it was like, okay, work, prepare, and now.
Yeah.
So what could you say, just as we wrap up, as like maybe a little bit of advice from your experience on preparation and just being ready and not rushing, like just being prepared.
I think, my story, I started so young and I was so in the middle of it, and I'm very grateful that was my story, but there's also so much learning I did on the job. you know, walking into rooms and not really having any perspective of what it is, not having the adult perspective because I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I learned so much through that. I think in terms of preparedness, something that mentally I wish I could go back and help myself prepare is, hey, all of these big plans you're making, whether it's career or life or whatever, kindly accept that they're not all gonna happen and prepare yourself mentally for that and find a way to still operate in gratitude for whatever happens and really try to buckle down and trust that God's got you, which is much easier said than done, admittedly.
That's a great posture.
Yeah.
So much wisdom already. For
Oh,
such a
golly,
young
thanks.
artist, but really appreciate the conversation. Riley
Of course.
Clemmons, thank you.
Thank you, guys.